Hey there YouTube. Today on Navstar we're going to check out the Viper64 from HobbyKing. And I will tell you, I've never flown an EDF jet before and I'm looking forward to putting this together and getting it in the air.
The HobbyKing Viper64 is a high-performance 6S EDF jet with a 64mm fan delivering ample speed and agility for an intermediate pilot. This is a 1000mm plug-and-play model, and it features EPO for the structure of the airframe with pre-installed brushless motor, a 45-amp ESC, and 8 high-speed 9-gram servos for precise control. It has excellent flight characteristics, very easy to assemble, split flaps for low speed handling, and it's ideal for intermediate pilots like myself. It was fast, it was stable, and had quite a lot of aerobatic potential, which I'm just beginning to tap. It was an easy job to put this thing together, so we're not going to get into too much detail on that. We're going to show you the parts, what it takes to assemble it, and get right to the flying.
Alright, here are all the parts laid out for assembly. One thing I really appreciated with this, as I mentioned before, are the details that they put into and the time they took to label all the components. For a newcomer to the hobby, I think this would be extremely important. I struggled a lot when I first got started in the hobby with some models that didn't have this level of detail. But I will say this is really going to help you out a lot. I made a lot of mistakes early on, a lot of trial and error, and ultimately found my way. But had I found a model like this to begin with, I think I probably would have had a lot more fun and maybe even gotten into an EDF jet at that point. But this is a very simple model, and I suspect that it's going to go together very quickly. And whatever flight controller you use, you've got an easy job to install it, get it set up and tested for flight.
So as usual, HobbyKing provides a really great quick start manual, and that's enough if you're really experienced just to jump into it. But there's also a full assembly manual which is provided, which goes through every single step in great detail. So if you haven't really got a lot of experience, it's pretty easy to do. Obviously, we want to get your control rods on and done right. I use my electric screwdriver for just about everything. I love that thing. And of course, make sure testing your servos is paramount before you put things together, especially finding the neutral position. And the landing gear went on very easily. The rears just snapped in, the mains that is, and the nose gear just went on with a couple of quick screws. Here's a shot of the 64mm fan and the two Turnigy batteries, which work perfectly for this aircraft. And you will notice that I use a smoke tester before I connect any of my electronics. Highly recommend that you use those if you're doing any sort of soldering yourself. Obviously, you wouldn't need that for a plug-and-play Spectrum kit. But the two Turnigys fit in there just as pretty as you please and provided plenty of power for the aircraft. Assembled, pretty impressive. It's a small package. You can put it in the back of your car. The coating was outstanding, and the decals were all provided, so you could literally put this thing together in an hour and be ready to fly. Mine take a little longer because I do a different type of flight controller, but I was real impressed with the landing gear. They handled everything I threw at it, and just a beautiful plane. If you look at the colors, you'll note that it's a solid green underneath.
Very good. Okay.
And it's really easy to see in the air. So here we go for the Maiden.
Manual mode, angle mode.
wobbly.
Yeah, but not nearly as bad as it was.
Yeah, it's gonna mellow that out.
Never elevator on your turn. Ooh, that's not good.
No, I pushed the rudder the wrong way. Operator error. I still have some tuning to do.
Okay, she looks good.
Yeah, she's overcompensating in the wind, but she's flying all right. Yeah, it's super windy right now. I seem to be choosing windy days for my maidens. Okay, I'm gonna turn.
You're coming in sweet.
2, 1.
Light rudder.
Timer when allowed.
Perfect. Nice.
Swedish. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's butter, baby.
Yeah.
Man, that's great, Mike. That's the key. I'm using too much rudder. It did really, really well on that flight. A taxi her in.
You got it, man.
Look at that.
You're a jet pilot.
Look at that, man. Yeah. Throttle lock on. We did it. Yeah, brother. So, okay, so I've got to put some more expo in that rudder. Just straight up expo.
That or just be gentle with it.
Yeah, look at that.
It's got a lot, yeah. That's why I'm throwing it out of whack. They're trying to do.
Okay, so we do one thing at a time. Now I'm gonna save it. Okay. Settings have been saved. We're gonna do another auto tune, and I'm gonna take the rudder down a notch, like a lot. Mike, I can't thank you enough, brother. You're a good friend. All right, the Viper64 by HobbyKing. Man, I tell you, I had a blast today. I've never flown an EDF jet, or EDF of any kind for that matter. And you know, the cool thing is about being a member of a club is you don't have to figure this stuff out on your own. I am a newcomer to the hobby and especially to jets, but I had lots of help. And my good friend Mike, who happens to be the guy who painted the Beluga for me, was here and gave me some pointers on taking off. It's a totally different animal, and I would suggest if you're new, join a club. But to the point, the Viper64 by HobbyKing is designed to be for guys just like me, guys who have never flown a jet before, and I will tell you right now, this is it. I have good confidence today. I'm going to be taking it to the limit and learning how to fly a jet in more creative ways and do some aerobatics. I was able to do some rolls. I was able to do some light aerobatics today and barrel rolls and such, and it handled just fine. I seem to be blessed with some very windy days for maidens, so we did struggle, but the aircraft held up just fine. With the onboard gyroscope, it did great. And you can fly this with Spectrum. You can fly it with any system you want. I'm a iNav guy, and I fly with Speedy Bee flight controllers. But with these Turnigy batteries, I was able to get an easy 4 minutes out of them. They continually amaze me. They fly very well, and they have some very good strength in the air. So I would highly recommend getting a set of the 2200 Turnigys. So that's it. The Viper64 by HobbyKing, tons of fun. I hope you go out and get one. I think you'll have as much fun as I did.
So there you have it, the HobbyKing Viper64, the perfect jet for a newcomer to the EDF side of RC plane flying. I have no complaints whatsoever. It was a lot of fun. I would say that the best thing you can do is go out there and find somebody who can help you with an EDF jet. Belonging to a club is great, or you can go online and there's plenty of videos out there to help you get in the air. So thanks for tuning in today. Definitely don't be afraid of it. Go in and jump in, and don't be afraid to make mistakes and have fun along the way, because that's what it's all about. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the likes and the subscribes. They sure mean a lot to us here at Navstar, and I hope you guys have a great day no matter what.